what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you just made me do. Look what you just made me. Ooh.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back. So today I am continuing the End of an Era, the Taylor Swift special on Disney+. This is a docuseries. It's 6 episodes, so this will be episode 2. So episode 1 was just fantastic. It really was. You know, episode 1 just kind of like, I guess kind of like a little bit of a Kickstarter, and you know, there were some highs in there and some lows in there. You know, one of the major lows was the terrorist plots that were over in, you know, the European area, and that's horrible, you know, because it let down a lot of fans, but Taylor had to look after her fans too at the same time. And then she met with the families, and you know, but you know, there was tragedy, and there was also a lot of great parts in the first episode as well. So I'm gonna jump into the second episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode as much as I did. I had a great time watching it. The second episode, I can't expect it to be. I don't know how much more amazing it can get. I thoroughly enjoyed the first episode. You guys let me know what you think in the comments below. This is episode 2. Like I said, this is Magic in the Eras. So I'm not sure what we're going to get here. But obviously it's going to be more amazingness, awesomeness, more of Taylor Swift, which is going to be really cool. And just letting us go behind the scenes with her, which I think is amazing. So I'm going to hop into it. You guys let me know what you think in the comments below. And let's do it.
When
This
we
is so
reached
cool.
The last night,
I want to pause it for a second. But this is so cool how it like shows her walking out that door, you know, like with so many different like outfits on it. It's so cool, you know, being on this side of the stage. You know, we got to see it from the other side. Now we get to see it from this side. It's just really cool.
Wembley Stadium in London. All of us felt such satisfaction. We've had so many special moments where just like, it just reminds me what a concert can do if you give it your all. Then again, no matter how good a tour is, it's a huge, massive undertaking. It's hard work. That's the challenge, that's the adventure, and that's what every person on this tour is doing. Every single night, no matter what's going on, we're gonna do everything in our power to blow your mind.
That's crazy. Like, I wonder how she feels as that is like raising up, and then she sees all the people. Not like she hasn't done it before, but it's crazy. It really is. I can't imagine what that feels like.
My goal for the Eras Tour is that I didn't want the fans to leave thinking that they missed out on anything. One thing I've always tried to do is like give something to the fans that they didn't expect. When we had done the first half of the tour, what the fans didn't know at the time was that I was writing a brand new album, The Tortured Poets Department. And in the middle of me releasing the album, we had to be all hands on deck, creating a brand new era to put into the show to represent that album.
This is so fun! We're doing theater!
Doing all of this completely secretly, all in like a tiny little break that we had between Asia and Europe.
Like, are there sounds from Fortnite that are not the synth sound? Or do we go into like strings?
Like where did she find the
time? It feels like a
time?
highly elevated chapter.
We build this top secret rehearsal facility for us to lock in the set list.
Go, Who's Afraid, a little bit of Down Bad, probably a verse and a chorus, or a pre-chorus and a chorus, and that might be it.
Like I would kind of do surgical tweakings to each song, be like, okay, these songs, but cut out the bridge and the second verse of this.
And then, so tell me everything is not about me. And then
to make it so that we could fit this many songs in the show.
And say they didn't do it to hurt me. Everyone in. And I want, and double as big for I want to snarl. Like, I'm gonna have a mental breakdown during this song. Like, it's gonna be so fun.
And then
That
we
is
put together
crazy.
all new choreography. learning choreography, all just hearing it in our heads because they can't play the music on speakers because it's not out yet.
The
Yeah.
first line is, "Did you really beam me up?" What I want is for a light to spotlight right on.
So they like had to learn this like in their heads. That's crazy. They had, because they couldn't play the music, so they have to remember what it is in their heads. That's insane. That's crazy. You have to remember like every beat, you got to remember everything. You got to memorize the songs. That is insane. And the way she mixes them up and stuff like that, that's just crazy. That's, man, that's Taylor Swift.
Me like it's the alien ship. Right into this like crazy like alien light. And then down back, right? Woo! Yeah.
There's an entirely new order of the chapters. So I'm relearning the entire show, essentially.
It feels crazy,
crazy.
to like take all the pieces apart and then put them together in different order.
Yeah, and I think I'd rather feel this way, where I'm a little bit confused, a little bit like than being like on autopilot.
Yeah.
Because I could do the show we were doing in Asia, I could do in my sleep.
Yeah, at first we're all like, we all fear change. But then we're
You're like,
yeah,
sort
we
of
got
like,
this.
yeah, but we're here,
we
we're
got
here
this.
because we accepted challenges our whole lives.
Oh my God, that was a risk. That could have gone so bad. There was the danger that it could have felt like we had sort of shoehorned something in, or that, you know, people didn't like the new show as much as they liked the old show. I swear to God, if I heard people online being like, I missed the old show, I was gonna be like, oh my God, you have no idea how hard this was
Yeah,
to do.
nobody was going to say that.
We're going to get to watch 45,000 people experience the fact that they're seeing something that's never been seen before.
Going out to play our first show of the new set in Paris. The crowd has no idea that we've added a completely new section and rearranged things, and I am so excited. I love having a good secret.
When we brought out
She
this new
keeps secrets
show
really well.
in Paris, it was so rewarding because all of that secrecy and all of that working during our only time off paid off so much because the fans were so excited. It was such a dynamic new addition to the show. Now, going into the last show in London, I have the opportunity to add to their experience, even on top of that.
How? How does she do it?
Taylor wants to make the last London show as powerful as possible. She's like, I want to blow this thing out. We're going to do this right. She wants to do Florida with Florence Welch, Florence and the Machine.
Performing
Which she
Florida
did.
with Florence is something I've wanted to do ever since the two of us wrote that song. And then it just so happened that she was going to be available in London.
You're not nervous about the show. You know how it runs, and suddenly something like Florence coming to do Florida. The choreography meets the music, meets automation, which is the stage movement, and is starting from scratch again.
I know that when I say to them, I want to perform Florida with Florence, and I really want to do it with full production. I know that it's some kind of creative brainstorming sessions, but I know it's doable because all the dancers, the choreographers, the production designers, the crew, the entire band, every person we have is the best one doing it in the entire industry.
It's like they're locked in. They are on it.
This is kind of funny.
So I don't know which day this is. I guess it's 6 days before the Florida performance. So I don't know if this will be the first day or the second day, but maybe I'll be in there. I don't know. I guess I'll find out. I doubt it, but that'd be really cool. But yeah, it was a great show to see her there. She did an amazing job. It was just awesome. It really was.
We have to rehearse the song. We kind of do what we usually do in the comfort of a studio from the road, but also trying to keep things from leaking before the surprise. It's a stadium with no roof, so there's like fans outside, and so you have to turn the PA off, and we have to do it quietly, you know?
Oh, I thought it was going to show some of the Florida
so
performance.
much extra work to keep things a surprise. Let me tell you, I need a nap just thinking about it, but it's so worth it when we can actually pull it off.
Your programming sounds at sound check. The dancers are finding a place to work on choreography for it where people can't find out what's happening.
You know, before you know it, I'm in a random ballroom in the middle of a hotel with Amanda at like 9:30 at night. Maybe then, maybe you come off there. Florence, open up on into the diagonals, maybe? Yeah.
With choreography, I asked one of my friends, Emma Stone, who's done a lot of work in dance in her films, you know, who have you worked with that
like
you would
Emma Stone.
recommend for this? And she's like, there's only one person that needs to be on your list, and it's Mandy Moore.
I never would have thought that I would be in the same sentence as Taylor Swift ever in my life. You know, I've always been a big fan, but funny enough, I come from really more film and television. I don't really do artist performance. Now I understand why I was brought in, because she really wanted to do something different. And she likes the storytelling. I mean, her songs are mini movies.
Yeah.
So when I listen to them, it's just lyrics and melody swirling with ideas in my head, and then you just start making something.
Yeah.
Is there something about that, like, that being the thing? And then all of a sudden, it comes out. Good. Yeah. Do you want to do 7? Beautiful. Gorgeous, Amanda. Like 1, 2, 3.
Amanda Balin, the first time that I saw her do her thing, she was choreographing the tour. She was not a dancer. Her job was to show me what I'd be doing with the dancers.
In the middle of the night, in my dreams.
I would just get so much inspiration from what she was doing as a performer. I just kept saying, like, you're such a pop star, Amanda.
In the middle of the night, in my dreams.
This was my dream, truly. It was my dream to do live shows and tour like this, more so than Broadway or anything. I always was drawn to this.
I actually haven't looked at these. I just keep throwing them in.
I started out by doing small things. And then I booked a job as a swing for a Janet Jackson tour, which was, I'd always wanted to dance for her.
That's
I
crazy.
went on to tour with Celine Dion. What else have I done? I danced
lot.
for Lady Gaga for 5+ years. We toured for 5 years straight. I worked on Glee, which was a long-standing dancing TV show for a while. That was a wonderful
Man, her
job.
list just
I
keeps
went on
going.
to do some films like La La Land. I've performed at probably every major award show with different artists, and I've been a part of many tours.
That's amazing.
As much as you want it to last forever, dance isn't a forever career. The demand on your body is not sustainable.
We can get this strong when you do all those,
I mean, just by the people she's worked with and for how long she's worked with everybody, I mean, she's had an amazing career that, a lot of people wouldn't realize, until you hear about it, because you don't hear a lot about the dancers. But the thing about Taylor is she loves to put her dancers out there. She loves to put all the people out there that help her. So it's really cool that we're getting like a look into the other people that help the show happen as well. This is a Taylor thing. She like promotes all of her people just to make sure everybody knows how her show ended up the way it did.
wild movements, then this can stabilize your spine, helping.
I have 2 labral tears in my hip flexors, like things were just breaking down. I kind of just decided, it was a very tough decision, but to gracefully start to peel myself away from being a professional dancer and to do things behind the scenes.
That had to be tough.
I remembered asking Mandy, I wonder if Amanda would ever dance with us. And Mandy was like, she's retired. She hung up her dancing shoes a while ago.
At some point, Mandy came to me and said, hey, the team wants to know if you want to do the show. My first response to being asked to do the tour was a chuckle and oh, hell no. I don't even know if I could do it. Being involved in the behind the scenes and then doing it on stage, those are 2 different things. I had doubts in my ability. I was worried that I wasn't going to be as good as I was when I was dancing. But at the end of the day, even though there was a lot of fear, it was just too wonderful of an opportunity. A second chance, I get chills. It was a second chance that most people don't get to have.
That's awesome.
We're counting this song in fast 8, so it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. She says, and a 5, 2, 3, 4. On 5, it's the word weed, and you guys are gonna kind of do like a little bit of a deflate. And my friends all smell like weed. Yeah, yeah. Weed or little babies. And you'll roll up. And on the 5 of the 5th, and my friends all smell like weed or little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, just so you have an idea. And then, guys, what? Loose. Yes!
Hey, Dewey. Amanda and I were in like an empty ballroom last night, just like, okay, it's just gonna.
Man,
like
it takes
idiots.
so
Like,
much,
just
man. These dancers are
As
amazing.
you can imagine.
To
it's
learn
so-
all that.
Okay, Florida one, gang, 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 gang. It's a hell of a drug. It is always weird, I think, with choreography, because it is true. It's like literally a week ago, this thing didn't exist. And my friends all smell like weed. Okay, so with the exact. Oh, did you already do this?
Just roughly, but.
Oh, freaking great. I was like, why did they all just do this?
She's like,
And
that's
then
so
The
weird.
dancers become the accessories to Taylor and to the stage and to the whole experience. So it's a really important thing, and I take it very seriously. You know, I always get nervous when I'm showing Taylor something for the first time because I ultimately, I just want to do well. You know, like I want to make her happy because I just, you know, so much respect for her. I love her. I mean, I was really terrified the first time I had to show her something. We can figure this out together. But luckily, you know, since the very early stages of this, her and I have a really nice communication. Witchy something in here. Together, we'll figure this out.
Actually, I'm gonna need to travel back to A stage during this part.
Okay, right. Taylor can give me thoughts or colors or ideas, and I think I'm able to understand what she wants visually.
I want to kind of channel like a Rites of Spring.
And that performance is amazing. When they come out and they do that, the screens, the robes they're wearing, the smoke on the stage, the orbs, it is just so amazing. It is amazing to see live. It really is. It's the coolest thing. It is awesome.
Florence machine,
Love it.
like
It's taking our body.
yeah, like fully like reaching, and,
Right. Love it.
you know, like
Love it.
like kind of like girl in an insane asylum / wood nymph.
Love it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yes, was I nervous? I'm always nervous. I'm always sweating. I'm like, oh God, did I make the right thing? Is this bad choices?
Hello.
How are you?
Really good. How are you doing?
Good.
All right, I'm
Do you want to watch
excited.
one?
I would
And
love
kind of
to.
see. I'll do
Yeah, should I get my
Florence's track.
ears?
We're just doing the
You're just
speaker right
doing
here.
speaker,
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, ready to move?
That's awesome.
Okay, go for 4306.
1, 2, 3.
You can
Stand
be
by,
the
4206 point.
if you paid the charges too. They said I was a cheat. I guess it must be true. And my friends all smell like weed or little babies.
Ooh, I love that.
Go.
And the city reeks of
down.
driving myself crazy. Little did you know your home's really only a town you're just a guest in. So you work your life away just to pay for a timeshare down in Destin, Florida. Florida.
Oh my God.
That's awesome.
Then whatever's here, Taylor.
And then feel like you guys can play here. And then, yeah. We made this like wave.
Wow.
Kind of be kind of cool, huh? Cool.
I hate that it's happening without us there.
Could do it earlier if you want. Just didn't know if it was.
Whoa. So epic back there, and no one's gonna look at it.
No,
No
because they're
one's
gonna be looking at
see
you.
it. And I almost wish that me and Florence could be on that.
I mean, that would
Do
be
you know what I
fucking
mean?
amazing.
And she's up for it, yeah. I'm worried if me and Florence are here, there's
one's gonna
people
care.
aren't gonna look at it, and that bothers me. And also, I think Florence is like gonna be
She'll be in.
really, she's totally down for like being in the mix and.
See, that's the craziest thing. Taylor, everybody's there to see Taylor, and Taylor wants everybody to see everything. That's the amazing thing. She's like, okay, well, I want them to see that, so I'm gonna have to go over there so all the dancers get to be seen, get the recognition. I mean, Taylor's just amazing. She doesn't leave anybody out. She really doesn't.
Doing cool stuff.
And I did my best, like in there.
To rest all of the bodies that have ever played
Yes.
in my body and in my mind. They sink into the swamp.
Oh, it'd be
Yeah.
awesome if it goes down.
Is that a bad thing to say in the song?
Then it rises.
Little
And
did you know,
and
yes.
did face. Totally, right?
Then it all rises at the same fucking time, and it's awesome, and everyone sees it.
Good. Okay, let's run one more time, and now that I've had this chat with Taylor, then I can fix all. We have all the elements. I just now need to rework them. Okay. Good job, guys. Thank you so much.
A lot of the time when you are casting for a tour, you know, choreographers will sometimes have it in their head that they want a specific body type, they want a specific look, they want only women, they want only men. People can get very opinionated about things looking very uniform. That's not what I wanted to do with the Eras Tour. I feel like when you look up on stage as a fan, if you see people that represent you, your friends, the people you see in the world, that's, I think, much more emotional and more connective and powerful. I really wanted everyone to look up on that stage and think, I see myself in that person.
Man, that dude is amazing. He's an awesome dancer.
Space that Taylor is curating on a night-to-night basis. I wish we had more of that, right? Even outside of entertaining, it's so important to be seen, to be heard, to be understood.
He makes it so much fun on stage.
Background as a dancer, I had a lot of teachers and professors who were not so kind, mostly around my size, and if I wanted to be a professional dancer, I would need to lose weight. I remember doing an audition, and the director of the company said to me, okay, so what are we gonna do about your body? In life, some people are going to try to tear you down. They want you to do something else other than the thing that you are in love with. And then there are kind people who ground you. And in my experience, that's my mom and my brother. It's important to know I came from a family with an excess of love, right? My mother sacrificed a lot for my brother and I to just have experiences. And so my brother, he fell in love with sports. I fell in love with dance, and we were sort of navigating our training at the same time, middle school, high school, college. And it has been the joy of my life to watch him thrive in something that he loves so, so much. Now he plays in the NFL, and I watched my brother go to the Super Bowl three times. I graduated college and thought I was gonna be teaching dance for the rest of my life. And I remember getting an email that said, there's a closed audition. We cannot disclose who the artist is, but it's being choreographed by Mandy Moore. I didn't have like $1 to my name at the time. And I called my brother. I was like, listen, I don't know what this is, but something is telling me that I have to be in this room. He was like, okay, we will make it happen. And he bought me a flight.
This is cool. We're going to see his audition, but that is such an amazing story. That really is. That is such an amazing story. I'm not sure, but that actually looked like his brother played for the Chiefs as well. But man, that is an amazing story. It really is. And this guy is an amazing dancer. He always has like the biggest smile on his face, and he gives so much emotion out there. He is fantastic and phenomenal to watch. He really is.
When he came into the audition, I was just like, he's magnetic. I mean, he's a great dancer. His smile is like the 1,000-watt smile.
Yeah.
You know, he's really well trained. He just embodies what I felt was like the spirit of what these people need to be.
Cam is someone who absolutely lights up not only the stage, but just our entire vibe as a tour. He's just so himself. I don't want dancers that blend in. I don't care about them pulling focus. I want them to pull focus. I want you to feel like you saw an entire crew of individual stars on the stage.
Now, knowing that spaces like this do exist for me, that allow me to be the fullest version of me with all I have to offer in this body as it exists right now, this feels like my Super Bowl.
That's amazing for him. It really is.
Didn't leave my hotel room. Woke up with a cat on my head.
Can we get your temporary rental day? Morning. Hi.
Bonus day is so important because setting a precedent with the Eras Tour is really important to me because people who work on the road, if the tour grosses more, they get more of a bonus. And these people just work so hard and they are the best at what they do. So every single
That is
person
phenomenal.
on the crew,
She
I've
is
handwritten them
phenomenal.
a note. It took me
And
a
then the
couple
way
weeks,
she seals it, that is
but
awesome.
It's fun to write the notes. It's like fun to think about everybody's lives that they're going to go back to and the time off they're going to have and the kids they haven't seen because they've been away from months, and it just making that worthwhile for them is like really, it feels like Christmas morning when you finally get to say thank you.
Bonus day, I love bonus day. Okay. So each,
That is so
each
cool how
one
she
is
does
in its
that.
own baggie, and I was thinking we can lay them out.
Oh, let me see the wax seal. You wax sealed every one of these things?
Yeah. And
the
fire department almost had to come.
I want to show you this, Taylor. 6 of the audio guys got this tattoo. It says Cruel Summer, 152 shows.
Oh my God.
And then
That's
I don't know.
crazy.
I don't know if you remember, but on Reputation,
Why is it
they
a
all got
Grim
stake.
Reaper?
I have no idea.
They have to keep it like scary. They can't like have like a tattoo of like a butterfly and a kitty cat.
I think what that means is 152 dates almost killed them, but they made it through.
That is exactly what it
That's
is.
what it means. That's the reality of
Yeah.
it. Jesus.
Yeah.
I'll go behind you guys.
Get rid of the bags.
You got
Bit
one
forensic.
with the numbers on?
Them all.
Everybody has the same message on their card, so I was hoping you could open it. But before you look at yours, I just wanted to say, guys, this leg of this tour has been harder than anything I've ever done in a live setting. And you guys have taken this on with such excitement and such curiosity and such the endurance you've shown. But the spirit you've shown, how much you've given to these crowds, that gives to me every single night. The tour has done really well, thanks to all of our hard work. So if you will kindly read this message.
Taylor Swift. Okay. Oh. Dearest Cam, we've traveled the world like we set out to do. We've dazzled the crowds, but we've missed family too. My full gratitude doesn't come from a bank, but here's... dollars just to say thanks. Love, Taylor.
That's insane.
Father was the one that presented the checks to our drivers.
At the end of the day, anybody who does not, you know what? You don't have to like her music. You don't have to like her as a person. But you gotta admit, she is one of a kind. She really is. I don't know of anybody else that does stuff like that. Why would they? They could just take the more money for themselves. And she gives out bonuses. I remember hearing about this. That is just amazing. That is awesome. To all the people that made the show happen. It's just amazing.
And he presented handwritten letters from Taylor. It's incredible.
I know tour truck drivers, and I've asked, do artists usually give out these big bonuses? Unheard of.
What's wrong, Max?
He's emotional.
Oh my God, do you need a hug? Are you okay?
I'm gonna pass out.
They got an inhaler over there.
Love you guys so much.
They put on an amazing show. They deserved it.
But and the first walks, it felt nice that you were kind of slow first, and then you round the corner.
The heat.
Good.
Everybody's got their things they're good at. It's taken me a really long time to be even fine at choreography. Mandy knows how to approach teaching me choreography from a lyrical perspective.
What were you doing, these little step touch
Yeah,
things?
they're just steps. Yeah, so just starting with your, did you think?
Oh, yeah. Homes really own the town, you'll get arrested.
I don't do 8 counts. I learn based on what syllable of the lyric I'm attaching a movement to. And I can't really learn any other way. I've tried.
Texas,
Florida. I didn't know if it should be, I didn't know if it should be like, sing it, then throw to them, or sing,
Florida.
There you go, that's what I thought, yeah. Oh.
To get out there and learn the choreography in 30 minutes and remember to hit this spot.
That's crazy.
Hit this mark. This dancer's gonna come over and stand next to me for this moment in front of 90,000 people. Like my brain would explode.
30 minutes to learn the choreography.
It's an
With
absolute challenge.
all this stuff happening.
Not to mention, the whole time she's doing this, she's singing and doing all these things at the same time. So it's a lot like juggling for 3.5 hours.
Learning the choreography, it's not just doing a step for the sake of doing a step. It's all very visual, and it makes sense to me, narratively. It also is interesting to be in a position where, like, you know, this is a team of experts, and there's something about that that keeps me on my game and focused and locked in. It's one of the elements of, like, where that kind of pressure is a privilege, because they're not messing up. So it better not be me.
Okay, so I feel good. Okay. Is it okay if I? Yeah, because we're gonna put Florence in tomorrow, so we'll have you with her there.
Okay,
so
perfect.
We're happy if you guys.
I love it. I love it.
Thank
I
you,
love
Taylor.
it. I think it's gonna be so special. Beautiful job, guys. Beautiful job.
Thanks for the song.
Hey, you know,
Yeah, you guys rock.
it's my only job.
And they're out there practicing, then
I'm
they
excited
perform.
about seeing the show again.
Crazy.
The driver asked me, "Oh, is this your first time to the show?" I was like, no.
Yeah.
I don't. You know, my knee is doing better, and I don't really want to be in the wheelchair. I need it a little bit, but
To get you there.
yeah, but I want to dance.
Tell them.
I'm gonna tell them. Because I feel like a hypocrite if I'm sitting in the wheelchair section and I start popping off, you know. I think they'll come and take the wheelchair.
You're gonna start what?
Popping off.
And is that the move?
Something like that.
And
You know,
what?
sometimes it's a shimmy.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes it's a roll.
And when does that? When do?
It is.
When
I
do
have so
those-
many. And
Just
a lot
happens.
of times it's you guys' choreography too. Like,
It's this way.
something like that. That I do that.
So
I
shake
do
it
that.
off.
Yeah. Shake it off. Shake it.
Uh-huh.
I do that move too. Oh, are you ready for it?
Dum, dum, dum.
That's my song. I love that one. This experience has been really amazing for me. It's okay.
I've watched you make so many sacrifices.
It's okay.
So many for us to be able to do what we're doing and to follow those dreams with every part of us.
Yes.
And I am grateful that you're here to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Colin and I, being able to do what we love to do in such grand spaces, it's product of how you love us.
And do.
So I'm grateful that you're able to see the fruits of your labor in this way. And I will never not have you in these spaces with me and celebrating with me. Because just as hard as I've worked, I'm very clear and very conscious of how hard you've worked for us to be able to do so. Which is why I try my hardest to take so much care of you.
I know. I love you so much.
I love you.
That's awesome. That really
It's
is.
gonna be a good show.
I know.
You're gonna enjoy it.
I'm a dancer, I know.
She sacrificed a lot, and now they get to, you know, give back and
Oh,
in such grand areas, you know, football and dance.
You're here. You made it. I'm Mandy.
Florence.
Oh my
This is
gosh,
Mandy.
what an honor. Hi.
Hi, I saw
Oh,
the show
yes.
the other night and it was so amazing. Guys, this is
Hi.
Flo. These are the
Yes.
dancers. It's so nice to meet you.
This is gonna be amazing.
So big. Oh, crazy, right? This is so big.
No, it is.
Yeah.
It is, and it's also, it's like a lot of ground to cover here. So we're gonna show you, and then like the choreography is like we do something and and it affects them, like where we're just like Florida, but and they're like.
I have performed on big stages, but this is not like. I thought I just show up and I run around, like, because that's what I do at my own shows. I just show up and I just run around.
You're gonna come up on that back lift, but you'll see it, and we'll put.
I have never done a lift.
You haven't?
Pop star
Oh, they're
lift.
so fun. You're gonna have so much fun. And we'll
When I got there, I was like, okay, now this is your choreo. I was like, oh, no, wait, you have me confused. I don't do this. I'm gonna fuck this up.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. You split.
Okay, was my name when it fell. I got drunk and I dared to wash me away. Barricaded in the bathroom with a bottle of wine. Well, me and my ghost, we had a hell of a time.
Good.
Yes, I'm haunted, but
You're good.
I'm feeling just fine. All my girls got their licks and their crimes, and what you do of this deal. No one asks any questions.
Great.
So I did
Okay,
my
great. So now this is Karen and Nat and Tamia's behind you and Rolf here. So you guys are nice and safe. This is going to start rising up on So I Did My Best, okay?
Oh, great.
And
Okay.
she's going to lay down, or she's going to kind of come into, if you're okay with this.
Yeah.
And
Says
she's just
picture.
going to
Florence
lay
is like, "Oh,
her
great."
head here. And it'd be great if you wanted to connect to her head.
On like,
something.
and did my best to lay to rest all of the bodies
All of
that have
the
ever
bodies.
been on my
Yeah, I
body.
see.
So it kind of makes
so
sense.
I did my best to lay to rest
Good.
all of the bodies that
Beautiful.
have ever been on my body and in my mind. They sink into
Raise your
the
arm
swamp.
up. Beautiful. Oh, no, sorry. On,
Is that a bad thing to say
Okay,
in a
song. Sorry about that. Yeah. So sink into the swamp. You're
Okay,
still
so you're
down.
sinking? Yes.
Yes.
To the swamp, sing.
Sink into the swamp. Song up.
I got
Okay,
it.
good. Now, good.
She's going with it.
Your life away, just wait up. Shitstorm
Now you're
back
gonna
in
initiate
Texas,
this.
Florida.
Beautiful.
One hell of a draw.
Back center. Do it again.
Florida. And I use
What a
you.
treat.
We're similar in that the persona is huge, but the person is soft. And so I think that's why we get along. Externally, the thing is really big, but like when we're together, we're just like silly and goofy. Seeing the show, the most beautiful thing was the crowd. It was just like the love and the vibe.
Yeah.
I was just like, this are all the pockets of like girls in their dresses like dancing. I was like,
There's
this
so
is
much joy and like
amazing.
and like femininity that's not there's no shame around it.
No, it was so beautiful.
And everybody's so happy at the
Natalie and
shows. They're
Odie
so,
are
like,
standing
just
right here.
everybody's having a
You
great
just get
time.
the back two girls, and then you're gonna have your footprints right there, and you just gotta go in the middle. And I think turn back front. Yeah, and then we'll take you down. And then Dewey will be there to get you at the end, okay?
Yeah. Oh god, this is gonna be so fun.
Can we? Yes, I would love. Taylor, are you good to run this too from the top with the lifts and everything?
No, that was all we got.
Can you imagine? You're like, Florence, good luck. It's gonna be great.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
Good, you want to try one? All right. Yeah, Florence.
Ready to go down?
Let's go in my first lift.
And are you okay if I kind of talk you through and I say
Yes,
go right?
please. Yes,
Okay, great.
please.
Perfect. What?
That's so cool how she's like, you know, just receiving it and just, let's do it. You know, that's awesome.
Only you're saving. I've been feeling so alone. I keep waiting for you, but you never come. Is this in my head? I don't know what to think. Down to the ground and roll out a rain. Said marry me to
love you. And like, I mean, this is exhausting, you know? Like, we are never getting back together.
Nah, bruv.
He's awesome.
You can beat the wind, beat the charges too. They said I was a cheat, I guess it must be true. And my friends all smell like weed or little babies. And the city reeks of driving myself crazy. Little did you know your home's really only a town you're just
Oh, it's coming down.
so you broke your life away just to pay for a time shared down in Destin, Florida. It's one hell of a drive, Florida.
London, Wembley Stadium. My friend Florence showed up to surprise you. How does that make you feel?
Hurricane was my name when it came. I got drunk and I did it to wash me away. Barricaded in the bathroom with a bottle of wine. Well, me and my ghosts, we had a hell of a time. Yes, I'm haunted, but I'm feeling just fine. All my ghosts got their lace and their cries. She and her husband disappeared. Well, no one asks any questions here. So I did my best to lay to
Look at
rest.
that. This was so cool to see live, but I'm so happy I'm getting to see it again.
They sink into the small. Is that a bad thing to say in a song? Little did you know your home's really only a town you'll get arrested. So you pack your life away just to wait out the shitstorm back in Texas, Florida. It's one hell of a drive.
Amazing. Just amazing.
The feeling of coming up for the first time in that lift, it was kind of like landing on Mars, because I'd never seen the stage lit up before, the sound of the crowd. That was really extraordinary. You know, it's like you see this cultural moment from the outside, and I suddenly was like inside of it. It was wild, but it was really fun and completely terrifying. Also,
I bet.
Taylor's my friend, and I know her as this like very cozy person. And I came out of that lift, I was like, oh my God, it's fucking Taylor Swift.
That's crazy.
Wembley Stadium. Make the most amount of noise possible for national treasure, the extraordinary Florence and the Machine.
That's so cool. She goes back down. It's awesome. It was just perfect. It really was. Everything with that performance was just amazing. It was so perfect.
You know, I used to kind of be leaving the shows and seeing people walk home and think, I really hope they got what they've been waiting for. I hope they got what they've been saving up their money for. There's a feeling I have of such pride and satisfaction because when I leave the Eras Tour, I never wonder that. There's just like this magic in the air. All these particles of shimmer and glitter and confetti and girlhood and friendship bracelet beads and, you know, magic in the Eras.
That's very cool. Another cool episode. I don't know where they're gonna really go from here with the. Oh, is it just credits? Let me just make sure, because it's like 2 minutes. I just want to make sure there's like nothing at the end. isn't it bringing up the thing? There we go. Yeah, that looks like it's it. Oh yeah, I just wanted to make sure there wasn't like anything at the end there that I was gonna miss and then like regret missing it. But that was another awesome episode. Episode 2, the magic in the eras. She gave massive bonuses to all the crew, all the dancers, all the people that helped put the show together. Just unheard of massive bonuses because the show did well. Who does that? No one does that. She puts her dancers out there first. She wants them to get the attention. She wants them to be seen. She wants them to be out there feeling like they're part of the show, not just in the show, And that's where Taylor differs from a lot of other people and probably almost every other artist there is. I mean, I just feel that she doesn't necessarily, it's her show, it's her concert, but she wants it to be their show, their concert. She wants everybody to see everybody that's there. She doesn't want anybody to miss anything. She doesn't want anybody to be missed. And that's just so very amazing of a person to do something like that. And like I said earlier while I was watching it, you don't have to like who Taylor is. You don't have to like her music, but you can't deny that she is a wonderful person, an amazing person that just wants people to be happy and joyful and cheerful and, put on an amazing, spectacular spectacle of an event for people that, like she said, she hopes they feel they get their money's worth. And I'll tell you what, being that I saw the Era show in Miami, after that, I felt like I wanted to go see it again. Even though I got so much, it's like, man, is there anything I didn't see? It's not like there wasn't stuff that wasn't shown. It's like, is there anything I missed? Because there was so much going on. I want to see it again and again and again. So I really like that I get to see it again here, kind of like in different views and different perspectives and stuff like that. So maybe there is stuff I missed and I'm going to get to see it. So it's really cool. So I'm having a great time watching this. I really am. I think it's awesome. Can't wait for the next episode. I believe it comes out this next Friday, I believe, or coming Friday, however you say it. I would say this coming Friday. I guess I would say next Friday. Either way, however you want to say it. 7 days from when these 2 episodes came out, the next one should come out, if that's the right calculation. I don't even know. But I tell you what, I'm having a great time watching this. I hope you guys are enjoying it too. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you for the next episode.